Hello everyone and welcome to the F1 Corner. We had a great weekend in Belgium with Lewis Hamilton taking victory once again in front of teammate Valtteri Bottas and Red Bull driver Max Verstappen. The Renault driver Daniel Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon got the best result of the team for this year, while other teams like Racing Point and Ferrari just kept struggling throughout all the weekend. Without waiting anymore, it's now time to take a look at the winners and losers of the Belgium Grand Prix. And please remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Let's start as usual with our winners, starting with Renault. They had pace all weekend and really took this opportunity to capitalize on it. After their best team quali since 2016, Ricciardo and Ocon are coming home taking 4th and 5th respectively and secure the best result of the team this year. They didn't have the pace to fight for a podium, but the track really seemed to suit them and this will feel pretty close to a victory for them, especially with Daniel taking the fastest lap of the race. They deserve a 9 out of 10. Mercedes. We thought during practice that maybe they would have more competition this weekend, but in the end, the Silver Arrow dominated again, taking the front row in quali and 1st and 2nd at the finish line. It was not that easy of a race and they did have to do some tire management at the end, but their car is just so dominant that it was pretty much a walk in the park. Sadly, we were possibly robbed of a race between both drivers as the team instructed them to not fight with each other, but as a team, they simply are the best and it showed again this weekend. 8 out of 10. Red Bull. Another team finishing pretty much where we expected them. Verstappen racing alone for the most part and finishing where he started in 3rd place, and Albon taking a respectable 6th place behind both Renault. Verstappen also had to do a bit of tire management, so he was not able to catch up to the Mercedes, while the team tried something different on Albon, fitting him the medium tire for a 2nd stint, which didn't pay that much since he got passed by Ocon at the end of the race. But overall, it is a satisfying weekend for Red Bull and they could not expect much more. 7 out of 10. Alfa Romeo. The team had quite a decent race for once. Giovinazzi getting a stunning start and gaining 4 places, passing even in front of his teammates Kimi Raikkonen. Sadly, he ended up losing control on lap 10 and got a DNF, but Kimi kept racing strong, finishing 12th and getting the best of the 2 Ferraris. He was still far from the point, but they've shown that their car is actually not the worst on the grid, at least for this weekend, and that's a decent result all things considered. 7 out of 10. Now let's take a look to the teams who are getting a passing grade, starting with Alfa Tauri. It is another mixed weekend for the small team. Good quali overall in 11th and 12th. They got to choose which tire they wanted to start the race on. Kvyat struggled a bit, while Gasly was again simply stunning, making his way up as the race started and making the best of the hard tires to even run 4th for a while after the safety car. He did his own race and got a good 8th place. Alfa Tauri definitely have the potential to put both cars in the point and they will have to start doing it if they want to put pressure on the other teams, as Daniel Kvyat did finish at the edge of the points. It's a 6.5 out of 10 for Alfa Tauri. McLaren. They had a relatively good quali with 7th for Sainz and 10th for Norris. But the problem on Sunday started even before the race was on, as Carlos Sainz did not even take the start due to an exhaust failure, meaning that Lando Norris had all the pressure to bring a good result, which he did. Benefiting from the safety car on lap 11, he was able to manage his pace and make the hard tires live long enough to take a good 7th place, which is probably the best that they could hope, with the Renault being so strong this weekend and the Racing Point, which we thought would also be stronger, and we'll come to that shortly. If not for Carlos's issues, certainly both cars would have been in the point this weekend, so mixed result for both, and they will have to just capitalize on it in Monza next week. 6 out of 10 for McLaren. And now we take a look at our losers for this weekend, starting with Racing Point. It was a strange weekend for the Pink team on a track that historically always suits them, and considering that their car is really strong since the beginning of the season. Getting 8 and 9 in quali, they ran a different and strange race strategy on both cars. Stroll had the normal one, pitting under the safety car and fitting the hard tire, but Perez stayed out on the soft, and at the restart of the race he had close to no pace at all. When he finally pitted, he lost a lot of time and had to make his way back up the whole pack. In the end, he did catch up to his teammate Lance Stroll, but got one lap too short of passing him. They take 9th and 10th today, and they will probably be disappointed. It just seems like the beginning of the season that they haven't really improved their car and are one of those teams going backward as the season progresses. Hopefully they can do better next week in Italy. It's a 5 out of 10 for Racing Point. Haas. Tough weekend all the way for the American team. Both cars missed most of Friday practice for power unit issues, and then it was only a matter of damage control and doing whatever they could to get on with it. Tough quali with both cars out in Q1. They also could not do anything more during the race. Their Ferrari power unit was impeding them, and combined with an average car, they were doomed to the back of the pack, with Grosjean finishing 15th and Magnussen 17th. Definitely a weekend to forget. 5 out of 10. Williams. Things looked fairly promising for the team after the news that they were bought by an American company, and Russell saying that the last race in Barcelona felt like they finally unlocked something in the car. George also got another nice performance in qualification, making it to Q2, but the team got unlucky during the race. George Russell fell victim of Giovinazzi's crash and got taken out by debris on his car, while his teammate Nicolas Latifi was, once again, struggling to find pace and fight with the other backfield's team. After 7 races, it feels like the Canadian rookie should be starting to do better, but it really doesn't seem to be that easy for him. Hopefully, Monza will suit the car better and they can take advantage of their Mercedes power unit. It's a 4.5 out of 10 for Williams this week. Finally, we obviously have to talk about Ferrari, easily the worst team this weekend in terms of ranking. When you think that things can't go worse this season, they actually do for the Italian team. They were going nowhere all weekend. Both cars didn't make it out of Q2 on Saturday, and the race was not better. They fought with the Alfa Romeo, Haas and Williams all day for 13 and 14 places, behind their client team Alfa Romeo even, Kimi Raikkonen finishing in front of them. There was a glimpse of hope at the start with Charles Leclerc getting a good start and running 8th for a while, but other cars were just flying past them. The Alfa Tauri of Pierre Gasly and Daniel Kvyat, as well as the Alfa Romeo of Kimi Raikkonen, almost looked like they were strong cars when compared to this weekend's Ferraris. Obviously, their loss in engine power this season is impeding them like crazy, only a year after Charles Leclerc got his first win right here in Belgium. The next 2 weeks will also be a real struggle for them, as Monza and Mugello are both at big engine tracks. The future really looks gloomy for the prancing horse. I don't know what can get worse, but obviously something will at this pace. It's a sad 2 out of 10 for Ferrari. That's it for this weekend, folks. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you again next week for the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. Have a good day.